Hi and welcome to my channel, The Spiritual Gypsy. Here you're looking at a drawing of me made in January 2021. And here you see Spiritual Awakening. This is a vision I had. And here it says, the movie, but we call it life. You are the projector, the light, the director, the actor and the observer. And here you see the movie, the director, the movie, but here you see also, and this is energy, of course, the light, the movie itself, but there's also a person in it, and the director, and this is of course the movie, and then you see someone is jumping out of that. This drawing I made before my spiritual awakening. I just had my spiritual awakening, 10 May. And so even that other video of mine, when in January I did a prediction about a global awakening, but now I understand it was my own awakening that I predict. You can watch that video. It's quite, for me myself, it was like, I just saw it yesterday again. It's like, oh my God, I didn't realize I put it out there because I didn't watch a half year online. But what happened is, it is a process. I cannot deny it. It is a big process, and I was working on my life. Not like I had that goal, but I needed to develop, and so I was always in my spiritual process. I do a lot of spiritual work, especially in the night. I have these paranormal gifts that I receive messages and I receive visions a lot. So yeah, I'm most of the days I work at my spirituality like 8 hours. So I'm like if somebody do a high sport, it's like that, you know. It's like it didn't come easy. Let I tell you that. I mean, I love it. That's my passion, and I know it's the only thing that is already from my youth till now, because I'm always is a spiritual being. But what happened exactly? I had my Kundalini experience awakening in 2016. That is a process that was more different than the process I'm in now, because then I really felt the energies going, like 1 month it was more in my base chakra, and the next month it was in my sacral chakra, and every emotions, everything there that had to clean up or whatever. But to balance, spiritual awakening is cleaning up. That's really like a big clean up first. Like you have these layers, and like you have your, I have also a video about layers, but there's also like you have your skin layer, your bone layer, your organs, your blood. They're all different layers, but they're all one. I mean, without my bones I could not make this video. So everything is connected with each other, and that is really the spiritual process, that you go every layer. But there's so many layers, and that I understand now much more, that it's really like the kingdom is in you, but also at the good, the bad and the ugly, everything is in you. You are everything, and that came very clear to me in my spiritual awakening, and it's still settling down now, because the event itself is so shocking. It's like I'm born again, but I'm still wobbling like a baby, you know, like not fully here yet. So forgive me if I'm a little bit off sometimes with seeking words and everything. But yeah, English is also not my thing. The things what happened before, from December to January, I had my depression. Then I broke up with my husband, the father of my kids, after 20 years. So it was all chaos. My daughter and I had a lot of fights, but she is in puberty. And the spiritual process is also the last phase I really felt the combination of her being a puber and me getting this change in awakening. It's a crash in your mind, like a puber can be, you know, like resistance and doubting everything. You're not feeling your own. Yeah, normally you were secure from yourself, and that all these things fall away suddenly. It's like, and that's scary. That is really that you need a big leap of faith to surrender, and that is a big part of awakening. But what happened before? I had strange effects before, because I think now for 2 years I have like electrical shocks coming into my body, in my muscles at night, and it's like I hear helicopter, but there are no helicopters, and then I feel the energy is, so it's like really you're getting help. You get prepared for something. It's really strange. I did sweat a lot. I first thought I was in my in this pause for a woman, you know, midlife crisis kind of sweating, but it was not that. But I did sweat a lot, really a lot, and so it's not always nice, of course. And the shocks is also not very nice. But I now understand that it was preparation before the bigger shock, because if you put energy on something and it's not, then it can literally die of the big energy if it not did adjustments before, you know, like you cannot put every cable in a contact thing, because otherwise it collapses. So this is also something you have, if you have to prepare yourself, or they prepare you. I mean, it was not even my preparation, it just came as preparation. It felt like that. I had this crazy thing. I had suddenly this bigger shock that was 2 months before, and it was also blue light, and then I saw spikes, and they were crisscross, but it was like I'm looking at it from the inside out, and it was here. So I was looking with my third eye to all these spikes, like a band, and immediately I recognized it as the crown of Jesus. He has this the crown of thorns, and I thought, oh, this is the crown of thorns of Jesus, and it was immediately exact the same. And then I saw Jesus, and I'm not saying that I saw Jesus before in my life, but now he gave something to me, a seed. And where did I do it? And this is what I saw and get, and I see myself a lot of times as changing as a Merkaba, and this is a Merkaba, but it was in a seed, and in this seed was all rainbow colors, and the Merkaba was spinning, and the Merkaba can spin, do opposites spinning, so that's the energy, and it was not like a solid, but it was all energy, everything was energy, but I saw and there was in the middle there was a ball. I forgot to draw it. Oh, that was the weirdest thing. The 2 weeks before the actually awakening, I'm used to getting spirits next to my bed, you know, talking, and I'm seeing them. But there have not been a spirit or an energy so that you feel it in real time. I mean, like normally you see something or you got goosebumps or whatever, but now I got something was blowing into my face, but not like, but really hard, that my eyelashes even, and I was like, what the fuck? The first time I was really like, what the fuck? And I asked who's there, you know, like, and I'm looking, but I didn't see anything. But it was happening 2 weeks, in the 2 weeks before the awakening, like almost every night. But it went harder and harder. It's like really, and it's like every hair, I felt it, like tears came into my eyes. That's really, the wind is blowing like if I stood after sea, and there's nothing in my room that could make that do that. So, but I also could not see a spirit. And the strangest thing is, the more I get to the awakening itself, the more it felt if there was something like more, not a spiritual thing, but more a technical thing. And because I felt also that some liquid came into my head, and it was really strange feeling, because I was a long time in a hospital. You get this infuse, you know, like with liquid, with water, and then you feel it really, the stream of it. And this was exactly the same, but then in my head. So it was really like, do I want to surrender to this? Because hello, who are you? What is happening? I was also, just a bit afraid. And then the thing of the awakening, I don't know why or what happened before, but I was just relaxed, and suddenly there was a shockwave, but it was so intense. It was a sound. It was also like very high, and then it really jumped up my nose, and then it was collapsing, but at a strange way. It was like imploding first. It was not like boom, but it is first in. So I knew there is something coming. Like the tension was all built up, and then suddenly bam, and it was all blue lights. But I was so afraid, because I thought the sound and the explosion would blow my windows out and killed my kids. That was really my first reaction. My kids. I was so afraid of that big bang. And then suddenly I was like, jumped out of the movie. I knew that at that moment I jumped out, and that was the craziest experience ever. I mean, this was all on a sober mind, you know, like my mind could not even understand what was happening. But I'm gonna tell you all about it, because I will put numbers on it, and please watch them all if you are interested in spiritual awakening. And otherwise, I have other videos, but I think that is it for now, because otherwise I cannot explain myself good enough. Thank you for watching. If you like it, please subscribe. You can donate if you like, and hope to see you. Bye.